What if I told you the next Harry Potter is already chosen? Not one, not two, three brand new kids. Unknown, unproven, and about to carry the biggest fantasy franchise in history. And here's the half-shocking news. Over 32,000 children auditioned for Harry Potter. 32,000. That's not a casting call, that's a global phenomenon. And after reviewing up to 1,000 audition tapes per day, they made their choice. This isn't a reboot, it's a full reset. 7 books, 7 seasons, one story told properly. The wizarding world is returning, and this time, it's going to be exact. The Harry Potter TV series is officially coming to HBO and Max. Premiere? 2027. Filming? Started July 2025. 7 seasons, 1 for each book. Sorcerer's Stone, Chamber of Secrets, Prisoner of Azkaban, Goblet of Fire, Order of the Phoenix, Half-Blood Prince, Deathly Hallows. No rushing, no cut subplots, no missing characters. Francesca Gardner is leading as showrunner and writer. Mark Mylod is directing and executive producing. And yes, J.K. Rowling is back as executive producer. This is being produced by Bronte Film and TV, Warner Brothers Television, and Heyday Films. They're not playing small. They're rebuilding Hogwarts from the ground up. Let's start with the big 3. First, Harry Potter. Harry will be played by Dominic McLaughlin. And honestly, most people had never heard of him before this. He's a newcomer. His only previous role was in a Sky comedy called Grow. That's it. Now he's stepping into the role of the most famous wizard in modern fiction. That's a huge jump. Daniel Radcliffe had time to grow into Harry. Dominic walks in carrying the legacy from day one. It's bold, it's risky, and it could be brilliant. Now Hermione Granger. Hermione will be played by Arabella Stanton. She previously played Matilda in the West End production of Matilda the Musical, so she has stage experience. She knows pressure. She knows how to command attention. But this is global. Emma Watson defined Hermione for an entire generation. Now Arabella has to make the role her own. Not copy, not imitate, redefine. That's not easy. And then there's Ron Weasley. Ron will be played by Alistair Stout. Here's the shocking part. He has 0 acting credits. None. This is his very first role ever. And somehow, reports say he looks almost exactly like a young Rupert Grint. That's either fate or a lot of pressure for a kid on his first job. 3 unknowns, 3 massive roles. That's the gamble. Now let's talk professors. Albus Dumbledore will be played by John Lithgow. That's a powerful name. Lithgow has range, he has authority, he has presence. But stepping into a role once played by Richard Harris and Michael Gambon, that's not simple. Dumbledore needs wisdom, calmness, and a quiet intensity. Lithgow might bring a slightly different tone, maybe softer, maybe more calculated. We'll see. Next, Severus Snape. Snape will be played by Papa Essiedu. Snape is cold, controlled, deeply layered. Essiedu is known for strong dramatic performances, especially in I May Destroy You. But let's be honest, replacing Alan Rickman is one of the hardest tasks in this entire series. Snape isn't just a villain. He isn't just a teacher. He's complicated. If Essiedu gets that balance right, it could be special. Now Minerva McGonagall. She will be played by Janet McTeer. McTeer is an Oscar nominee. She has serious screen presence. McGonagall doesn't shout to command respect. She walks into a room and owns it. McTeer feels like a natural fit. Rubeus Hagrid will be played by Nick Frost. Yes, that Nick Frost. Known mostly for comedy. But Hagrid is heart. He's warmth. He's loyalty. He's emotional grounding. Frost has that gentle energy beneath the humor. This could work really well. Now here's the nostalgic twist. Phileas Flitwick will once again be played by Warwick Davis. He is the only actor returning from the original film series. He played Flitwick in all 8 movies. But he will not return as Griphook. That role now goes to Lee Gill, so it's mostly a clean slate. And then there's Professor Cuthbert Binns. Binns will be played by Richard Durden, because Binns was completely cut from all 8 original films. The ghost History of Magic teacher never made it to screen. Now, for the first time ever, he will. They're going deep into the books this time. Draco Malfoy will be played by Lox Pratt. Draco needs arrogance, confidence, and that sharp, entitled energy. Fresh face, big responsibility. Neville Longbottom will be played by Rory Wilmot. Neville starts clumsy and unsure, but we all know where his story goes. Dean Thomas will be portrayed by Elijah Ocean, and this time we might finally get more of Dean's backstory, something the films barely touched. Seamus Finnegan will be played by Leo Early. Parvati Patil will be portrayed by Alessia Leone. More accuracy to the books, that's the goal. Molly Weasley will be played by Catherine Parkinson. Warm, protective, fierce when needed. Parkinson brings both comedy and strength, which Molly absolutely requires. Ginny Weasley will be portrayed by Gracie Cochran. Ginny's character is expected to be much closer to the books this time. Stronger, more confident, less background. Fred and George Weasley will be played by real-life twins Tristan and Gabriel Harland. That's perfect casting already. Their chemistry won't need to be forced. Lucius Malfoy will be portrayed by Johnny Flynn. Lucius needs cold elegance, quiet danger. Petunia Dursley will be played by Belle Powley. She needs to be bitter, controlled, slightly broken. Vernon Dursley will be portrayed by Daniel Rigby. Blunt, loud, over-the-top normal. Dudley Dursley will be played by Amos Kitson. This is another debut, another newcomer stepping into a well-known role, another risk. This isn't nostalgia casting, this is a full reset, and whether it becomes legendary or controversial, one thing is certain: Hogwarts is opening again.